Hey guys, I'm Katie, and my husband Micah and I are developing this video game, National Park Tycoon, and I wanted to do a little playthrough of it so you guys can have an idea of what it's like and how the game's played. And we're only 6 months into development right now, so there's still lots of bugs, lots of UI issues, so you can just ignore anything wonky that you see. When you first come in, you're going to start a new park, and everything except Rocky Mountain is going to be locked by default. Once you beat Rocky Mountain, then you'll unlock the next one, and so on and so forth. So Rocky Mountain is our first park, and you can kind of get an idea what it looks like here. And it's based off of the real life Rocky Mountain Park. Like, I tried to build a map off of the Bear Lake to Lake Hiaha hiking area. So if you've been to Rocky Mountain before, you'll know that you park like right here, and you come in, you can see Bear Lake, and then you hike up until you get to Dream Lake, which is this one, and then you come around and you get up to Lake Hiaha up here. So I tried to get it close. It's not exact, of course. And our goals are these 3 park objectives here. So this kind of gives you an idea of what you should be shooting for when you're building your park. In this case, we want $25,000 in funds. We need to maintain a park score at or above 80% for 7 days. And then we need to welcome 7,500 visitors to our park. So let's go ahead and start. Obviously, if it's your first time, I would do the tutorial, but I'm going to skip it because I already know how to play. So here we are in our park, Rocky Mountain National Park. You can zoom out and see the whole thing. There it is, beautiful. And that just kind of gives you an idea of where you're going to want to place like your water activities and your mountain activities and stuff like that. But to start, I always like to just go ahead and build a welcome center. And these are our 3 main buttons up here. So we have the build button, the modify button, which is more about changing your terrain, and then the manage button. So we'll start with build, and we'll go to amenities. This is where your visitor center and your restaurants and trash cans and all that kind of stuff live. And then under services, you'll see welcome center. It's $1,000. And your funds are down here in the bottom right. You can see that we get $15,000 in seed funds. So just keep an eye on that as you're building stuff, because you don't want to run out of money. I'm going to click build, and I'm going to rotate it just like that. And I will place it, I'll just place it right smack in the middle of this kind of cleared out area here. And then when you first place it, you'll see it's closed because there is no trail leading up to it. And you're going to fix that by coming back up to build and then clicking trail and then choose path. A path is just a normal walkway that your visitors use to get around your park. And you can just click and drag or just click tile by tile and you're going to build a little path. And then as soon as I let go of this, you'll see that no access above the welcome center will go away. Because now, oops, let me get out of the trail building. Our welcome center is open. I'll go through the rest of this stuff later, but basically anything you build has an operating cost per day and a maintenance cost that you have to pay every so often, depending how many visitors come in. So now we have a welcome center, and we've got some fun little bunnies back here frolicking about. Next up, I need to build something that will attract people to my park, because people aren't going to want to come to a park that just has a welcome center and nothing else. So my favorite thing to do first is build a hiking trail. These are different from pathways. So pathways just kind of connect everything in your park, but a hiking trail is an official trail that you can design, and you can give it a name and blaze colors. So you're going to go back to the paths and trails modal, click hiking trail, and then here you can see all new path tiles you build or existing path tiles you select will become part of your hiking trail. Click finish building trail when you're done. So I could just build a new trail back here, or if I wanted this to be part of my trail, I could just start selecting already built path and it would become part of my trail. But let's just start back here. I'm going to hide my trees so it's a little bit easier to see the terrain, and you can do that by pressing the T key or by pressing this little show hide trees toggle right here. You'll find that you do this a lot, so you might want to get used to pressing that T keyboard shortcut. And let's see, I'm going to start my trail over here so I don't have to kill any trees. When you hide your trees, by the way, all these little dots show you where trees live so that you can try not to kill as many trees as possible as you build your path. So I'm just going to start my hiking trail right here. And I'll drag out here and come this way. And I want to go up this mountain and up to the little river here. So I'm going to kill one tree. Sorry, tree. And the game is pretty good about, if you click and drag, it'll like modify the terrain if it needs to so that your trail can get built on top of it. Now let's do a little riverside walk here. Very nice trail. And then I'll come back down. Again, I'm going to try to avoid killing trees if I can. We'll go through here. And back up to here. And then I'll connect it. And you can see our little trail. I'm going to show my trees again so I can see what it looks like. Ah, very beautiful. Alright, I like that, so I'm going to finish building trail. And let's name it River's Edge, since it goes along the river. And you can see that your trails get scores, a scenic score, and mine is 90% because it is going through forest and water and mountain and lots of pretty things. So if you just build your trail like in an open field where there's no view or something and it just goes in a little circle, then you're probably not going to get a good score. If it has a higher score, people are more likely to do it, or more likely to hike on it. And then a blaze color is, if you've been on a real hiking trail, you'll see that there will be, usually it's just like a strip of paint on trees every so often that indicate that you're still on the right trail. So if you're on a blue trail, you want to look for little blue blazes on the trees to know that you're still on the right path. So let's give this one a purple blaze. And I'm going to save it. And then you'll see a little sign pops up at the beginning of my trail here, River's Edge. If you want to modify it, you can click on it and it'll bring this modal up again. And you can see my little purple blazes are on the trail now. But the path looks weird, and that is because it is inaccessible right now. People can't get to it because it's not connected to any other paths in the park. So let's go back to our path tool, and let's go ahead and draw a path up to the beginning of our trail. And now our trail is open. And hopefully we'll start seeing some visitors come in. So we got this girl here. I'm gonna pause, click on her, and she says, I want to take in the plants and wildlife on River's Edge. So she's about to go hike our trail, and she already visited our welcome center, you can see. And all of her scores are pretty good, except her toilet score. She's gonna need to go to the bathroom soon, so we need to build some bathrooms. I'll go ahead and do that next. So back up to build, amenities, and this is where the bathrooms live. I'll pick a normal restroom, and let's just put it right here near the welcome center. So the restroom is open. Again, you can see there's a cleaning fee every 250 visitors, and it can fit 8 people at a time. So we'll close that. And now we've got some people hiking our trail. Oh, look at that. And we also have a coyote here. He is stalking. That means he thinks there's food nearby, and he could be right because rabbits like to hide in these bushes. Ah, if we click this, you can see there's a rabbit hiding. So he's going to hang around and see if this rabbit will come out. There's another one back here. Let's watch him for a little bit. So he is stalking. Oh, there's another coyote coming up too. And a third. Oh my god, the coyotes are all over these rabbits here. And I just clicked on this girl to show you that she is on the hiking trail, River's Edge. Looks like still no luck for the coyotes here. Rabbits win today. Now the coyote's going away, the rabbits are starting to come back out over here. Ah, and then it came back, and did you see them run back into the bush? When the threat leaves, then the rabbits will come out of hiding. It's a cute little thing that they do. Alright, let's see. If you're not sure what to do next, you're kind of stuck, you can look at your park scores here. Oh, hey, look at this before I show you that. And there's an incident in this message down here. If you missed it, I'm going to show it to you again. If we go up to Manage Park, actually, sorry, it's under Wildlife right now. Oh, it might be under Park. And go to Field Notes. You'll see we got this incident. A fallen branch is blocking a trail or bridge path. So, I missed clicking on it when it was up there. So I'm going to pause my game and zoom out a little bit and hide my trees. And look at that. Right up here, there is a fallen branch blocking our trail. So people are going to get up to it and turn around. In order to fix that, we need to hire some rangers. So we don't have any rangers in our park right now. And in order to hire rangers, you're going to go up to Manage, Rangers, and then we're under the Hire Ranger screen. So let's hire a new ranger. We'll call him Ranger Dave. And rangers cost 50 bucks a day right now, and then there are different tasks that you can assign to them. I'm just going to leave them all checked since we don't have any other rangers right now. And I'm going to hire the ranger. And here he goes. He's chainsawing the branch down, getting it out of the way. Oh, here's something else. So you see the log is gone and people can walk around. So do you see this? This is litter on our ground. And that's another thing that rangers do, is they clean up litter. Right now, we don't have any trash cans, so people are littering everywhere. We've only got one poor ranger to take care of all of that. So let's hire another to help him out. We'll call him Ranger Steve. Oops. And you can see that our first ranger is now on trail cleaning duty. He's sweeping up the trails. So you'll see this trash disappear when he's done. And then he's going to move on to the next one. Here's another thing. Some people will come into your park with binoculars and they will use them. They'll pull them out and look at stuff if they see animals or anything like that. So this girl has her binoculars out. She's just checking out the sights. And so does this guy. Alright, what should we build next? Let's look at our scores. We still have a 0% score for food and campsites, and education is very low. Let's start with food. I'm going to go ahead and build another path around the other side of our welcome center. And let's just connect it up to the trail here. And then I'm going to build another path over here. That's going to go out kind of toward the back side of the park, because I saw there was a lake there, and I know I'm going to want to build stuff by the lake, so I'm going to start building a trail this way. I'm going to build them over here. Oops. So back to build, amenities, here's our food, and I will start with let's just do a burger joint, something normal. And I will build it right here. All right, our burger joint is open. So now we've got people coming in, so if we click on it now, we'll say visiting now, 2. We've got 2 people in there. And just in case this girl goes in there, I'm going to see if her hunger score changes. Alright, so this girl we just clicked on, her hunger is 0%. That means she's really hungry. So let's unpause our game and see if she goes to the grill. And there she goes. She went in, she got something, now her hunger is up to 100%. Alright, let's add some trash cans now so we don't get all this littering and our poor rangers have to clean up everything themselves. So back under amenities, it's going to be under this bench icon here, where you have items. And let's pick a trash can. And I'll just build a bunch everywhere. Couple on the trail in case people are eating snacks or something and they need somewhere to throw their food away. Okay, so we have trash cans now. And one thing you can do to speed your rangers up is give them some equipment. So under rangers, you can see you can buy horses or ATVs. Our ATVs are kind of cut off down here right now, so I'm just going to buy some horses. So let's buy 2, one for each of our current rangers. And then after you buy the horses, you have to assign them. So let's assign a horse to Ranger Dave, and then let's assign another horse to Ranger Steve. Alright, now if we look for our rangers, there's one right here. We've got Ranger Steve, he's on a little horse, and he is moving a lot faster than he was on foot. Okay. Now we've got some food. Our food score is 63%. Let's do campsites now. Alright, I personally like to build campsites near the water because I think it's beautiful over there. And so I'm going to choose this lake over to here to build campsites next to. So first let me build trails all the way out here. And actually, guests don't need trails to get to your campsites because in real life you could potentially camp somewhere remote where you've got to go backcountry hiking to reach your spot. So if you build a campsite like way out here, then a visitor would just need to walk to the closest trail tile to that campsite if they want to go camping, and then they're just going to pop up over here at the camping site. Pull across. Come over here, because I don't want to kill all those trees right there. Okay, so we've got a big trail back here, and now let's build some campsites. So I'm going to build my campground in this beautiful little area of trees between the river and the lake here. Hey, we got a wolf on the trail. So if you keep an eye on your little panel down here, because it'll come up with incidents that you need to pay attention to. If animals come onto your trail, then your safety score could take a hit. And so you want to watch out for that. Make sure you have enough rangers to deal with animals coming onto your trail. Alright, so for campsites, you're going to go up to build. You're going to go to campsites. And then you can choose from primitive campsites, which are just tent spots, or RV campsites, which have fully electric hookups. Alright, sorry I keep getting distracted, but stuff happens in your park and you just need to address it as soon as you see it. Like, this visitor is fully lost. Oh no, she must have ran off the trail when an animal came by. And we need to make sure that a ranger gets out there to rescue her, or she's going to starve or get eaten by an animal or something worse. So let's go to Manage Rangers. And if you go to the Data tab, you can see if anybody is on the case. This one is guiding a lost visitor to the trail. So this ranger here found this other lost visitor way back here, I assume, is guiding her back to the trail. And then hopefully he'll respond to the next missing visitor after she's safe. Oh, the other ranger was on the case. Ha! Guiding lost visitor to the trail. So he went out there, he got her, and now he is walking her back to the trail. The walk of shame. Okay, she is once again safe. Now let's go back over. I'm going to use my mini-map here. You can just click anywhere in the map to bring you straight back to where you want to go. If your rangers are doing other stuff and they can't get to something like a fallen log fast enough for your satisfaction, you can click on the fallen log and you can manually pay to clear it yourself. The thing is, you're already paying your rangers to do it, so you're paying an extra expense to manually do it. But I want to clear this path, so let's clear it. And let's build some campsites, finally. So build campsites. I'll just do primitive ones first, and again, I hid my trees so that I can see better, but I can still see where the trees are, so I don't build the campsites right on the trees. And the way this works is you just choose the spots where you want people to camp, and once they get out here, you'll just start seeing tents appear in those spots. Let's stop building campsites. Price per night is $15 right now. I will leave it at that. And then let me show my trees again. Oh, you know what? Actually, let's build a few RV campsites first as well. You can put them anywhere you want, as long as it's not on a spot that already has a tree or something. This ranger is scaring this bear away from the trail. Alright, so our campsites are open. So I'm going to speed up my game a little bit until we start seeing tents pop up. Oh, by the way, you can speed up your game by pressing the number keys 1 through 5, or you can manually click this button down here. Alright, we started seeing some tents pop up. And visitors will also build little fires next to their tents when they're camping and sit by them, which is super cute. Okay, but now that we got a campsite way back here, we should probably give some people some amenities back here. So I am going to build them an outhouse. So under bathrooms, you can build an outhouse. And let's just put it back here in the corner. And there's no access right now because it needs a trail. So let's build a trail. Oops. You can Control Z to undo anything, by the way. I try to give my campers some room so there's not a trail like right next to their campsite. Like I would appreciate that in real life. Okay, so they got an outhouse back here, and we probably need somewhere else for them to eat because it is a long walk back to the front of the park. So let's do... How about a barbecue pit? Feels like a camping food. I'll build it right here outside. Actually, we'll go across the river so it's not too close to all their campsites. And then again, let's do some trash cans. So that our park doesn't get too dirty back here. Okay, now that our park is way back here, I'm going to hire another couple of rangers because we got a wider area to cover. So let's call you Ranger Dan. And then let's do one more called Ranger Rick. Oops. All right. Now, I just noticed that my funds are starting to dwindle. I'm getting down to 2K and I don't really have a ton of money making things. So campsites will make me money per night. The restaurants will make money, of course. But one thing that will make money a lot quicker is a gift shop. So I'm going to build that while I still have some money. It's under amenities, under services, gift shop, and it's $1,200. So let's build that. I'll just put it right here next to the restroom. And the gift shop's pretty fun. If you go to inventory, you can see all the different stuff that you can sell. And everything has a base cost, which is your cost of goods. Basically, If you want to sell compasses, you need to buy compasses for $7, and then you can sell them for whatever you want. Right now they're 18, so you get a pretty big markup there. But some stuff we might need to change. So like the backpack costs $80 and you're selling it for $80, so you might want to sell it for more. Let's say $90, which seems a little high for a backpack, but we'll go and change these base costs, I'm sure, before the game is released to things that make more sense. Yeah, a lot of this stuff. I'm just gonna look for everything in here that is not profitable and sell it for more. So bear spray was 50, let's sell it for 60. If people have bear spray, by the way, they're actually going to spray it at bears. So they're very helpful. Binoculars, if people buy binoculars, you'll see them pull binoculars out more often in your park. And if they buy a backpack, then you'll see them wearing a backpack, which is fun. All right, give me a moment to just increase all these prices. Oops. Okay, inventory's good, and my gift shop is open. Badges, I haven't talked about badges. So as you're playing, you can collect badges. It looks like this is number 2, so I earned one and I missed it already. So we have 50 badges throughout the game that you can earn. This one is the Trash Man badge. It says none of your trash cans have remained full longer than 1 hour for 7 consecutive days. That means that our rangers are on the case. Every time a trash can gets full, they are emptying it on time so that the trash can doesn't overflow. If you want to see all your badges, you can go down here, hover over the settings button, and then this button here is your badge button. And you can see all the different badges you can earn. If you're not sure how to earn it, you can click one. Let's see, let's click on this one. Called Camp Profits. You've earned $20,000 in camping fees. So you haven't earned that one yet. It's grayed out. Let's find the ones that we did earn. They should be not grayed out if we have earned it. Let's see, Trash Man. Huh, see, it says not earned yet. Okay, we got a bug with that. That used to work. So let me figure out why that's not showing. Anyway, these are fun to collect. You'll get a bunch of them organically just by playing the game. But for the ones that you don't get randomly, you can always take a look. Green Thumb, you have planted at least one of every landscaping option, so you can work on earning those. And these carry with you throughout the game. So even if you beat this park, let's say you earn 12 badges and then you beat this park, those 12 badges will carry to the next park with you. So you can try and earn all 50 by the time you finish all 5 parks in the game. Alright, let's build some stuff over here because it's a little bit empty. We don't have an activity yet, so let's build an activity. And I like to build kayaking first because I just think kayaking is the cutest. So kayaking is going to want to be on a lake, obviously, and it looks like we've got a bear back here right now and some bushes. We might need to clear a little bit of stuff out to make room for our kayak, but let's see. Let's go to build, activities, water activities, and then I'm going to do the canoe kayak rental. Now, when you place an activity, they get an activity score. You'll see this one has a score of 91% in this area because it says strong scenery fit with manageable crowding. So because this kayaking place kiosk is like right on this beautiful mountain lake, it's got a high score. If you try and place a water activity like this, like down here in the trees, it's going to give you a low score, obviously. So it'll say, poor location, this water activity is not close enough to water to open. So let's build it up by the water. I'm just going to pick right here. And there's our kayak activity. It's closed right now because, as always, we need to build a trail so people can get to it. Let's build the trail, and then I'll go through those options that you saw on the screen there. All the way here. Hey, we got another one. Merch Master. In a single day, have at least 100 gift shop visitors with an average spend of $20 or more. Awesome. And see, now it says badges earned 1 of 50, whereas down in here it says 3 of 50. So something's going on with my badges. I'm going to make a note to fix that bug. Alright, so now we've got people coming up to our kayak activity, and when they decide to do it, they are going to show up in the water on a kayak, just like that girl there. These people look like they're a little stuck. Lots of stuck people. So we got a bug with our kayakers here. Nothing like being on the water as he rapidly flickers back and forth. Dang, lots of people on our kayak. Okay, let's see. Our capacity is 15. Hey, we welcome 3 new deer to our park. That's cute. So our capacity is 15. Let's bump this down to like 8 because I don't want our lake to look overrun with kayaks because that is going to hurt my park's nature score. And if lots of people are doing it, that just shows that the entrance fee might be too cheap. So let's bump this up to 20. Okay. All right, and let's close this. A fun thing we put in is that when people are waiting for an activity, they just like kind of sit around or lean on trees or whatever. We just thought it would be more realistic than having a queue line like you would in a theme park because people don't really queue up for stuff like this. They're just waiting for their reservation time. Okay, let's let it go. Now that we've got some trail out here, every time I build a big length of trail, I like to build more trash cans and stuff like that. So let's put trash cans here, 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 and here. And by the way, you'll see that my profits are starting to turn around. So I was down to like 2,000 and now I'm at 8,900 because I built that gift shop. Let's see if the gift shop finances are coming through. Cool. All right, we're only on the second day the gift shop's been open, but you can see that day 1 we earned $15,000 in revenue, and then day 2 we earned $18,000. And then of course we have expenses because we had to buy out all of our inventory first. So if you subtract your revenue from expenses, we've got a net profit of $7,700 on the gift shop right now. So this is a financial management game as well. Okay, let's see how our scores are doing. Campsites are 100. Food's good. Nature and comfort could be better. Before we mess with education, let's do comfort. It's 69% right now. One thing that can help your guests feel more comfortable is to build benches. Hey, our gift shop has already generated $50,000 in lifetime revenue. All right, benches help guests to feel more comfortable. So let's build some benches. And I'm just going to place them randomly. Maybe when people first enter the park, they might want to sit here while they plan their day. People waiting for people at the restroom. I'm going to hide my trees. Maybe people will need a little break on this hike here. So we'll do a couple benches back here. And then maybe while they're eating, actually I'm going to build a little path around this grill. And I'm going to place some benches on that new path. Let's do log benches. There, just places for people to sit and eat. Okay, I don't know if that was enough benches to make our score go up. Comfort score, hey, it's 84% now. It was 69 a minute ago, so the benches did help. All right, let's mess with the education score. So this game is meant to be educational as well as fun. And the main way that you can make it educational is by adding educational placards to your trails. So if you go on a real trail hike, you'll probably see little placards along the trail that explain to you what certain species of trees or plants are. And you can do the same thing here. So I'm going to hide my trees. And I've got one trail here, so I'm going to build placards on this trail. And you can build them on any path. It doesn't have to be on an official hiking trail, but I just like to do it on official hiking trails. And they are under amenities, under items, and you'll see this educational placard. And then when you hover, you'll see this score, 100%. So this is a good place to put a placard. I'm gonna hit boom, placard gets built, and then you'll see a real life fact about something near that placard. In this case, it's an Engelmann spruce tree. So fun fact there. And oh no, we have a missing visitor. Let's see if we can find them. I'm lost and scared. Where am I? They must have gotten there's a bear, so the bear probably scared people away. Let's see if any rangers are on the case. Ah, there's lots of missing visitors out here, and the rangers are going one by one trying to lead them back. If you have a lot of missing visitors, there is something you can do to help get them rescued faster, since rangers can only rescue one at a time. And that is by building a helicopter search and rescue landing pad. Let's go ahead and do that since we have lots of lost visitors right now. It is under Services, Helicopter Pad. And I'm going to build it right here since we've got a nice little open space here. Okay. And helicopters will launch from this pad to rescue lost visitors. Let's connect it to the trail because it's not open yet. Alright, we got a helicopter. We got all kinds of missing visitors, but there goes our helicopter. There we go. He goes, he picks up the missing guest, and then returns to the pad. Way faster than the rangers can get him. He's going to drop off this guy, and then hopefully take off again to get the next one. Go, helicopter. Getting this guy, it looks like. Boom, picked him up. Going back. Awesome. So hopefully in a few minutes that helicopter will take care of everybody that's lost. Visitors are missing scenic moments. Add viewpoints, it says in my field notes down here. So let's add a viewpoint. And I'm going to do one out here because it's a beautiful view. So again, under Build, Viewpoints. So these are just like scenic viewpoints. If you're driving along a mountain, you'll see lots of probably places to pull over on the right side and look at a viewpoint. And this is the same idea. And just like activities, viewpoints get scores too. So let's see, if we were to build it right here, 73%. Decent scenery, rotate or shift tiles to improve the view. I think it should be higher than 73% right here, but here, 81%, that's pretty good. 80%, still, okay here, 83%, that's better. Okay, let's build it here. And let's call this Glacier Lake View, and save it. And finish our trail. And I'm just going to go around it here so that people have a little bit of space to look at stuff. Maybe do this and this. Yeah, that looks silly. We'll just do this. All right, so our viewpoint should be open. And then let's see if this girl takes a little view, takes in the little views here. The scenery here is excellent, she says. She says, and her status is viewing, Glacier Lake View. And her nature score is at 100% because she's viewing a beautiful nature-filled scene. Cool. So we got our first viewpoint. And let's see if that helped our nature score. It's 50% now. I don't remember what it was before, but maybe something else has affected our nature score as well in the time that we've been building this. Education score is still only 12%. So another thing we can do to help our education score is to build a nature center. So let's build this, and I'll put it right over here near this hiking trail. And then if you want to further increase your education score, you can turn on Ranger Talks, which cost 25 bucks a day, and guided audio tours, which cost 10 bucks a day. And these will help improve your nature score in your park. I don't know if it already will have, or if we've got to wait till guests start using it. 58%, so it did improve our nature score. And it improved our education score as well. Sorry, I forgot that that's what we were going for. So education was 7% a minute ago, and now it's 28%. Okay, so you can kind of get the gist of what's going on here. I'm just going to build a couple more activities for fun, maybe a couple more restaurants. But once you start getting going, you'll get the hang of it. Let's build a guided hike. It's only 63%, but I'm just going to put it here. because I don't want to take forever. So guided hikes, if you want. So the thing with guided hikes is if you make them really long, people will start to get hungry on the guided hike. So you could turn on trail snacks, which cost an extra 20 bucks of operating costs per day, but then it gives everybody snacks along their hike and their hunger score doesn't drop so fast. So here's our guided hike. Let's build our trail. It's open. And we should see people starting to line up or to queue for the guided hike, like this girl's waiting for the next one here. Let's see if we can get a few more people to queue up before it heads out. Lots of people waiting for the first guided hike now. Our ranger's going to come get them and start leading them through the forest when they're ready. And also, right now the capacity is 25. Oh, another missing visitor. Hopefully the helicopter gets them. I'm going to make it like 12, because 25 is a lot for a guided hike. Okay, so now blocked full means that there's the max number of people in line, so other people can't really join yet until the first people head out. So our first one's gone out. Here's our ranger. He's taking everybody out to see the sights. And they're going on a cute little walk through the trees. So they're going to go for up to 180 minutes. And then there should be another one that heads out here because you can have multiple going at a time, and that should help clear some of this congestion. But in the meantime, let's build another place for people to eat. I like to do the trail snacks near trails, and I'll do it near the guided hike as well here, so people can take their own snacks on their hike if they want. And the cool thing about the restaurants is all of them have a menu, and just like the gift shop inventory, you can go here and change the prices of all the different stuff that they sell. And it looks like we don't have anything that's not profitable, so I'll leave them at their defaults. And then I will build one more activity. Actually, let's make it a mountain one because we haven't done, or like a rock activity. We haven't done a rock activity yet. And I will build it, I'll just do it right up here. So activities, we'll go to our mountain activities and let's do rock climbing. Put it right here. 64%, 62%, we'll just put it right here. Entrance fee 18, capacity 15 is kind of a lot. Again, I'm going to bump this down to 8. And I'll leave the entrance fee at 18 because our activity score is only 64%, so I don't want to charge too much. Because unless it's like a really good score, people won't do it if it's too expensive. All right, let's get people over here. I like the wolves. Oops, I accidentally built a trail here. Let's demolish that. I like watching these wolves. They travel in packs of 3 when they're hunting, or just all the time. They sleep together, they hunt together. It looks like they're just about to go bother guests over here. So, a wolf! Everybody's freaking out. Wolf on the trail. Ah! They bear sprayed the wolf. Did you see that little cloud dust? So all these people bought bear spray at the gift shop, and they are using it on the wolves to try and scare them away from the trail. And it's working. The wolves have moved on. Alright, let's make sure our rock climbing is open here. It says it's ready. Oh, we've got our first rock climber. They're looking a little funky because I got this river here, but here's some more that are up on the rock. They're rock climbing. Rangers can go everywhere. They look a little silly, but climbing the horses, or climbing the mountains on their horses like that. But here we got our rock climbing going. And then we got people queuing for the next one. I love the queue. It's so freaking cute. Just people hanging around, sitting. Okay, let's build another restroom back here. I'll just put it back here. Open. And then let's do one more restroom. Alright, let's do one out here. I don't have one out here. Big flusher! We've built at least 3 restrooms in our park. And there was one other area way back here where we don't have any restrooms. So let's throw one in right here. Those. And add a few more trash cans. Let's make sure that our campsites are still going. Sweet. Still bustling. Busy campsite back here. I'm going to give them a little ice cream parlor. Let's put it right here. We got single scoops, double scoops, waffle cones, banana splits, root beer floats. Awesome. That'll be great for a day of camping. Your nature center has generated $10,000 in lifetime revenue. Awesome. And our funds are looking good. We're at 20K, so we're not bleeding money anymore. Looks like we can comfortably build stuff. Alright, well, we are 2 weeks into our park, day 14. And I've pretty much shown you all the basics. You can, like I said, check your scores when you're not sure what to do next. So I would probably work on education a little more, which, like I said, was building more of those educational placards. And then we haven't completed any objectives yet, but if you go up here, you can switch to objectives and see how close you are. We're pretty close to attaining $25,000 in funds. And then after that, we've got to maintain a park score above 80% for 7 days. Looks like we've done that for 2 days so far, so if we just keep our score above 80, we're at 86 right now, then we should earn that one. And then welcome 7,500 visitors. Right now we're at 1,400. And that'll just be a time thing, really. But the more activities you build and like just restaurants and stuff for them to do, the more visitors you'll have. So I've got 200 right now, but we can do things to increase that. I think I'll keep recording until we hit that first milestone of $25,000 in funds. And that's where I'll stop this park build today. In the meantime, let's do some other fun stuff. Let's place more educational placards. Let's find somewhere where we have... Actually, let's do another hiking trail. We only have one hiking trail so far. And let's do it back here because we don't have anything really going on back here. So I'm going to go hiking trail. And let's go through here. And let's go through around these little bushes. Okay, and let's finish the trail. And we'll call this Forest Path. 89%, and we'll make it this teal color. Actually, we'll do. Now let's do teal. Okay, save. All right. And before I place the placards, let's plant a few different kinds of foliage. So we do have some trees and some bushes here, but because I want the placards to show you a better variety of things, I'm gonna plant. Let's do some flowers. Let's do these little red Indian paintbrush flowers, and I'll place a few of these here. And then let's try to do one other thing, like, how about some western larch trees? Put those around here. Okay, now let's place our educational placards, and hopefully it will choose these flowers and bushes that we've just placed, or the flowers and trees that we just placed. Sorry, it's under here. Items. Placard. I'll put one right here. And it worked. We got a thing about the Indian paintbrush. Okay, and let's do another placard over by these bushes, and maybe it'll give us something about the bushes. Blueberry bush. Bears, birds, and small mammals may visit berry patches when fruit is ripe. And then I kind of already forgot where we put our western larches, but I think they're around here. Western larch. It drops its needles in fall. Most cone-bearing trees stay green, but larch changes with the season. Alright, so there's our new hiking trail with our placards. Let's see, our education score is 39%, so we're moving up slowly but surely. Our nature score is only 48%, so what can we do to improve that? When you build up your park, you do start losing some of your nature score, but you can add trees and flowers and different types of landscaping. Hey, objective completed! Attained $25,000 in funds, so our game auto-saved. And you can see we've got 1 star here. Let's look at our objectives again. So this one is all full, completed, and 1 star. And then we're still on track for this one. We're 3 of 7 days now for the maintain a park score above 80%, although it's trending down, so we want to make sure we address any scores that are dropping so that our park score doesn't fall below 80%, and we've got to start our 7 days all over again. Fish Haven. We've maintained a fish population of at least 100 in your park for 14 consecutive days. Alright, I'm going to stop there for now. So you get the idea. It is really addicting and pretty fun. And the more you play, the more you see these like little magical moments that happen between, like, with your guests or with your animals. Like you might see a bear fishing, or you might see the rabbits hiding, like running and hiding from your coyotes or your wolves. You might see people stopping to talk to rangers if the rangers are just patrolling trails without having any incidents to respond to. So I feel like there's one other thing I was going to show you. Let me see if I can remember. Funds. Oh, the finances modal. So like I said, you do want to, this is a finance management game. So you can go to your finances modal here and see how you're doing. So week 1, week 2, week 3, and we're in the middle of week 4, it looks like. So, we're in the middle of week 3. So week 1, you can see your total net profit or loss and your revenue, and then you can see how your revenue breaks down. Entrance fees, that's what I was going to show you, entrance stuff. And then week 1, you had some camping fees. We didn't have any activities built yet, so we didn't have any activity profit yet. And then you can also see where your expenses are going. So like new construction for me was definitely the biggest expense week 1 and week 2. That was just building all our new stuff and activities and campsites and buildings and restaurants. And then maintenance, and then changing the terrain and landscaping, ranger payroll, all that stuff. You can see how it breaks down. And then I was going to show you the park stuff. So right now, our park is Rocky Mountain National Park, which is the default name. But if you go to Manage, Park, General, this is where you can change your park name. And let's just call it Rocky Top. Save that. And then when you... Oh, and you can change your entrance fee. I'm going to bump this up because we have lots of fun stuff to do now. So let's make it like $15. And then here you can see a summary of just all the stuff in your park, your visitors, your rangers, number of campsites, restrooms, all that stuff. Missing visitors too, 5. And then you can see your objectives again here. You can see your park scores again here. This is all the messages that show up in the bottom panel will also show up in this field notes history. So if you miss something, or if it goes away before you finish reading it, you can come here and see it. And then the history is your historical data of all your different scores. And your visitor moods. Oh, I didn't even look at visitor moods. Let's do that too. So you can see like our education score started off really low, but it's getting better the more that we build. So you can see it's trending up and our line is going up. Visitor mood has been kind of hanging around this 80% range. So they could be happier. Maybe we can build them more activities. But if you want to see all your visitor info, that's under Manage Visitors. Hey, we got a cougar on the trail. Cougar! Everybody's running. Now we're going to have more lost visitors. Alright, so your visitors, you can look at them under Manage Visitors, and you can see their average mood, hunger, toilet. Oh, their hunger and toilet aren't doing great, so we should add more restaurants. But you can see their average visit length, average money spent, average number of things they do in your park before they leave. You know what? We're getting so close to objective number 2. Let's just go ahead and wait. Let's go ahead and wait to earn that one, and then I'll stop recording. I know I said I would after the first one, but this is too much fun. Okay, let's add more food places. Amenities, food. Let's do the pizza parlor. And let's put it up here, because we don't have any food up here yet. Okay, and let's do a salad house for all of our vegetarian people here. Close. And the one thing that always bothers me about this area is it looks really like open and not shady. So let's build some landscaping. My favorite tree is the first tree, the Engelmann spruce. It's like nice and full. But let's intersperse it with some Colorado blue spruces. And a little bit of quaking aspen. And finally, a little ponderosa pine. Alright, that feels much more inviting up here now. It was just way too open before. Alright, our park score is 88%. Let's look at our visitor score again. Hunger, 52%. I forgot what it was a second ago. Is it better? Maybe a little bit. Let's add a couple more. How about the Gilded Pine? This is our fancy restaurant. We'll put that back here. It needs to be way bigger. But I haven't fixed that art yet. And how about... I'll show you a random fun activity. We have ziplining. Actually, I might not have it yet. Sorry. Let's see. Activities. Ground. Ooh, I do have zipline. Some activities you have to unlock, and you have to wait for them to unlock after you press unlock. So it costs $300, but you also have to wait a few days. So I do have a zipline available now. So I am going to build that. I'll build it right here. Alright, now we can design our own zipline course. So let's... That's just talking to us about activity scores. Okay, so basically you place these little platforms. And here's our zip line. Let's say finish. Entrance fee 25. Cool. And let's build our trail. Alright, zip line is open. Come to my zip line, people. Hey, looks like we've got the first guy. There he goes. Zip lining. That's so fun. I want to do that. His excitement score should be 100 after this. I'll click on him. Did zipline. Excitement 100. Let's see if we can catch. Let's see what this girl's is back here. Her excitement's already at 100 right now. What I want to do is find somebody who's not at 100 and see if the zipline makes it 100. Gosh, she's at 100 too. People are just super excited in my park. I don't blame them. It's a great park. Let's see, how close are we to that next objective? We're at 6 of 7 days, one more day. Let's build a few more campsites up here near the front. Alright, we got some nice cozy campsites back there. Let's make it 20 bucks a night now, because we got lots of stuff to do. We got one person camping here so far, 2 people. Alright. Alright, you'll see that this is blocked for maintenance right now, the hiking, the guided hike, so every so often, I've got Ranger Steve on the case here, so you have to do maintenance on all your activities. So this one's $50 for every 250 visitors. So it looks like we hit 250, and now we've got this ranger here. I can't see him. I can only see his horse, but he is maintaining the activity. So in a minute here, it should reopen. There it goes. Now it's ready. And while we're waiting on that that second objective, let's build a fishing activity here. Go water, fishing. Let's build it right here. 77%, sure, fine. That's another one that's too small for scale right now. We will fix all this art. You've built 500 path tiles. Great. Alright, fishing activity is open. Let's wait for some fishers. Hey, objective completed. Maintain a park score at or above 80% for 7 days. And we have 20 visitors camping simultaneously. We're just earning all kinds of stuff right now. Okay. Let's see. We're gonna wait and see if somebody would go fishing here. There we go. Got a fisher now. So when they go fishing, they just pick a spot somewhere near the fishing kiosk, like this girl's fishing, or this guy's fishing out here. You can see his little bobber gently bobbing up and down. And we don't have an animation right now for if they catch a fish, but they'll say, yes, caught a fish. So you saw that girl just caught a fish up there. Well, alright. I'm pretty happy with how this park is turning out. Since everything's going well right now, and I only have one objective left, and it's to get 7,500 visitors, and I'm only at 1,800 right now. First of all, we'll probably bump this down to, like, I don't know, 3,000 or something. It's going to take some playtesting to finesse the right numbers here. But at this point, I would probably just fast forward my park on speed 5. Alright. We have beat our 3rd objective. Welcome 7,500 visitors to our park. Awesome. Well, we should have gotten the thing that says, you've beat this level, or you've beat Rocky Mountain, now you've unlocked the next one, but I didn't see it come up. And then I should have just saved an exit. Okay, let's load saved park. Ah, we do have a bug here. Our park name isn't coming back. It should say Rocky Top. Let's go ahead and load it. Ah. Function load park. I always wanted to name a park that. This was working fine like yesterday, so something introduced a bug very recently. Okay, let me save and exit again. Let's save park. Nah, we're still getting this. But anyway, we can see that our objectives are completed. Sorry, that was sort of anticlimactic because I was expecting it to work and it didn't. But once you beat your park, you'll unlock the next park and then you'll be able to play. Right now it's Yosemite. We might change the park or the order. We'll see. But look at that. I think I've been playing about an hour and a half and I only meant to do it for like 30 minutes, but I got so sucked in. The game is really fun, I will say. And of course, like I said, we're only 6 months into development, so we still have a lot of bugs, like you saw as I was playing, a lot of kinks to work out. But I think it's got a lot of potential, and it's already fun as is, so I can imagine it's going to be a lot more fun by the time we finish it. I will link you to the Steam page in our description when it's ready. Right now it's not, so I will link you to a place you can go to find out when our Steam page is ready, and I'll put all our socials down there, of course. So keep an eye out for National Park Tycoon. We're really excited about it, and we hope that we do the national parks proud with this game, and that everybody will have fun playing it. Thanks for watching if you got this far. Bye, guys.